How do you show your parents that you love them? Follow directions. What about you, bro? What's your name? Who? Kevin? What about you? What's your name? DeMar? DeMar? Joel. That's a powerful name. Joel, Kevin, and DeMar. So, as kids, how do you show your parents that you love them?
Obey them.
Obey them. Like what? How do you obey them?
Be on time. Like, they can't do this.
You gotta be on it. What about you? So God worked the same way with us. When you don't do, Devin, when you don't do what your parents say, what you think God do to us? Just like your parents did you, right? Rightfully so. So God deal with us and He put us through these afflictions. The reason why we populate Hillcrest, ain't this Hillcrest apartment? Hillview? My bad, ain't this Hillview apartment? Ain't this the hood? It's the project. Right. Meaning they running projects on, they packing us up and see, they want us to kill each other. They want us to walk from one unit to the next unit looking at each other's spies. I just heard of a sister on the run from over here that shot another sister in the head. Why? Because we don't listen to our parents and we don't listen to the God, the one true God that we as kids of. That's right. All because of this stuff right here ain't being implemented from a young age. Read what you got. What? The book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments. And His commandments are not grievous. And His commandments are not hard. How easy it is to not kill your brother or your sister. Bring it on. It's very easy. But you know what? You know what creep in? Pride. You know what creep in? Envy, strife, malice, contention. All of these things creep in, jealousy. All these things creep in because what? We as adults, we don't know how to deal with them properly. Because our parents ain't teaching us how to deal with, if your brother say something out of place to you, look, just don't respond back to him. Give me Sirach 20 and verse 1. Sirach 20 and verse 1. If somebody disrespect you, what you need to say something back for? You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that and then it's a lot of our brothers, we come out of single parent households, so a lot of us dealing with the same issues. So that's the reason why we don't need to look at each other with that malice, hate, or that contention. Read what you got. The book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 1. There is a reproof that is not comely. This is a reproof that's not comely amongst who? Amongst us, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, because we don't get chastised like we're supposed to unless it's by God, not by our parents. Read. Again, some man holdeth his tongue. Some man do it what? Holdeth his tongue. You got more power in holding your tongue than just going off by the mouth. Hey. Anybody can talk smack. Anybody can talk shit. We do it with the best of them. But guess what? How much discipline and control you got over your spirit to be quiet when that brother is still poking at you with his words? Now we know words break bones, but guess what? You still got a habit to where nobody's words should be able to control your actions. That's right. That man got more control over you than you, because you let him get you to a point where now you're in jail for 16 years. Right. You got a whole life sentence. So you make it easy for the white man to guess what? When he filed the taxes off, he filed a whole prison industry off, and you just a ticket, you just a receipt. Read what you got. And he is wise. And he is what? He is wise. Guess what? We think, nah, man, I ain't gonna let that nigga get one up on me. Even if it's with words, I ain't gonna let him get it up on me, because I'm gonna sing weak to Tyrone, to JJ, to Lil Ray over there. I'm gonna sing weak to him. But what makes you weak is when you haul off by the mouth and you do something to your brother. Now, outside of defending yourself, that's different. If somebody trying to put their hands on you, you gotta defend yourself. That's something totally different. But when somebody coming to you with words, you don't supposed to be easily moved. You know what I'm saying? So go from there, go through the running receipts. So if we would taught these things out, if we would taught these things at a young age, guess what? Our communities will be it'll be way better in society amongst us than it is in 2022. That's right. Yeah. Hold on. What you say?
They know that they can get to a young age. They try to use all this stuff.
drugs in.
Christ.
Right.
They don't teach it at the 7. They don't teach about all these other
Right.
parties. They don't teach about
Reveling,
They
yeah.
teach about our nation.
But you know why? Because the more we in sin, what they do as a nation.
Rise up.
Read what you
That's
got.
right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 4.
Bring it on.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart,
We supposed to love God. We supposed to love Him with all our heart. Everything we wrap our mind around is supposed to be designated around God's law. Read.
and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart,
Shall be where?
in thine heart,
In our mind. Read.
and thou shalt teach them diligently.
Do what?
Teach them
You're
diligently
supposed to diligently teach it to who?
unto thy children.
All these kids out around us. We the only one that's teaching all these kids what their parents supposed to be teaching.
Right.
So we way behind, generations and generations behind, because this is supposed to be implemented within every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American household. And we ain't doing it. That's the reason why God has steady got his hand around our neck. He steady got
Right.
steady got his foot on the back of our neck.
That's right.
Read what you got.
And shall talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
It says, while we sitting in the house, we supposed to be talking about the laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
How we can apply our actions to get right with God. Read.
And when thou walkest by the way,
And when we walk us by the way, read.
and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
And what is this going to do? Give me Psalms 119 verse 9. When we teach our kids how they supposed to be in society, how they supposed to deal with each other, what they supposed to eat, what they supposed to wear, who they don't supposed to marry, who they supposed to marry. When we teach them this is heaven on earth.
That's right.
This is what we're trying to get back. This is what we're implementing in the minds to where these people from generation to generation, they won't have nothing against us or our God.
Right.
Because they'll be in their rightful position in servitude and we'll be in our rightful position.
That's right.
Which is in leadership.
Bring it out.
Ruling. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse?
Shall a who?
Shall a young man cleanse?
Shall a who?
Shall a young man cleanse?
Young man is in the house. Young women are in the house. These are kids that we're talking about. Read.
Cleanse his way by taking heed thereunto, according to thy word.
It says you got to take heed according to God's word.
That's right.
But are we taking heed to his word? No. Because from Genesis all the way to Revelation, God is talking to one nation of people and he's telling them to do one thing. And that's the only method, form of method that we're gonna have to implement into making sure that we do it and making sure that we get the kingdom.
Hey, shalom brothers, shalom sisters, Bishop Nathaniel here. That's right, you know what day it is. It's Shout Out Tuesday. It is Shout Out Tuesday. And I pray you brothers and sisters join me every Tuesday afternoon on IUIC Events channel, where I will be reading your kind and inspirational letters, also thanking you for your kind donations, and also covering very important biblical information for the mental well-being of our 12 tribes. That's right, 12 tribes worldwide. So hope to see you then, every Tuesday afternoon on IUIC Events. Shalom.
God waiting on us. Give me 2 Corinthians 7 verse 14.
Bring it out.
And then 1 Kings 8:22. God waiting on us. But we think we got all the time. Oh, what you got? Ecclesiastes 80 verse 11.
Bring it out.
We think we got all the time in the world because one thing about God, he's very merciful,
Right.
long suffering.
Right.
But when he open his mercy and long suffering up to us, guess what we do? We take advantage of it.
Bring it out.
We take advantage of it.
We got all time in the world.
Right, we think we got all time of the world.
But they don't
We
tell
don't have all time in the world. Right, but guess what? Esau did something to us to make us think that. That's the reason why. That's what our people don't understand. They ain't got all the time in the world. He changed time. You don't even know the correct time just about. We think another day start at 12 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
When that told against what God said, from sundown to sundown. Read what you got.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He shall speak great words. He is going into the ruling nation that's over the earth right now.
Read.
And shall wear out the saints.
And how is he wearing us out? By putting all of this stuff in front of us to cause us to go and fulfill all sins. When he wore us out in 1619, when he brought us over here, 1492, he wore us out this way. He wearing us out because this way. We feel like we can do anything because we got all the time in the world. He made us think that way. But this Bible contradicts every white Edomite thought process you got in your mind. And bring you to the knowledge of God. Read what you got.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And that's how he wore us out, read.
And think to change time.
To think to do what?
Change time.
Who told you that the day starts 12 a.m. and that starts your day? That starts your morning. It ain't no light. We know morning is when the dang old sun is out. We know this. So why he tell us, oh, it starts 12 a.m. That's when the day starts.
All those scientists, they believe smart people running.
Right.
They're trying to get rid of all this stuff, turn hard and stuff.
But you know the reason why they do that? They try to get rid of everything so we could believe it and we'll be in sin and going contrary to the Lord. And that creates for them to have more time in rulership.
Bring it up.
You got that's it?
And think to change times and law.
Read go to Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Bring it up.
So with them changing time, they got us thinking that, oh, we got all the time in the world. All right. Read what you got.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
It says, so you don't get judged for whatever sin you in the midst of. Right then and there, what happens? Read. What happens in the Negro mind? Read.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
It says what?
Is fully set in them to do evil.
It's fully set in them to do evil. Give me 2nd Ezra 16 verse 16. Their mind is fully persuaded to do evil, all manner of wickedness, to go against their one true God. And God is jacking them up. When you do evil and you do wicked deeds to your people, guess what? What goes around comes back around. It's only a matter of time before God have you to get judged. Read what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 63. Surely he knoweth your intentions and what ye think in your heart.
So God know everything that we think in our mind, whether it be for good or whether it be for wickedness, whether it be secret or whether it be revealed. Read.
Even them that sin, ye will hide your sin.
It says even those that sin and think that they will hide their sin. God already know. He start with the mind process. You ain't got to do something to think for God, for your secret to be revealed. God is already up here in your mind. Read.
Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works.
God exactly means to the T. He searched out all the wicked thoughts that you have. All the evil thoughts that you have, God had already searched them out. So what do you think God gonna do to you? Because you first think it and then what? You actually apply it in your actions. Read.
And he will put you all to shame.
God said he's gonna put you to shame. He gonna put you to shame. Guess what? The brother that don't have that discipline that he need, to where he ain't jumping from sister to sister, laying down with all these sisters, creating single parent household, not taking care of his kids, eventually he gonna fulfill one of these curses in the Bible.
Right.
He's gonna get chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, blue waffle. He's gonna get herpes. All of these things are plagues from us disobeying our God laws.
Right.
And he's a just God for those things.
That's right.
Because he wouldn't be a fit parent if he just let us do as we please. and ruin ourselves
Right.
and stop us from getting the kingdom of heaven.
Teacher.
Because how the world, how society is ran is total in opposition to how the kingdom of heaven gonna be ran when it comes.
That's right.
Read on.
And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men.
It says when your sin are brought forth, guess what? God gonna make you shame amongst men. Because now you thinking, oh dang man, how they see me now? It's always somebody watching us. We all are leaders by design, so it's always somebody watching us. Guess what? These other nations, even in our wickedness, guess what? They watching us. They want our culture. That's where you get culture vultures from. They watching us, how we dress, how we talk, how we conduct ourselves. They watch us to a T. That's the reason why they do projects, science experience on us. That's why they call it the project.
That's right.
They run science experience on us because they watch us, because they know if we can keep this nation in sin, give me 2-5 verse 19. If we can keep this nation right here in sin, man, we can run the kingdom for another 100 years. Didn't Willie Lynch say that in his letter? If you implement this right here into the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American black man mind and the sisters mind, man, you'll have your good slave for another 100,000 years, another 1,000 years. All because we strayed away from what the book said. And we lean to our own destruction, our own understanding. Sometimes you got to protect yourself from your own mind. Read what you got.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 19. But now are they returned to their God.
But now, that's what we coming out here to do in Hillview. We coming out here to return all of our brothers and sisters to their one true God, the God of Israel.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.